right, so welcome back to the channel, guys. It is me, 8744, and today we actually have a new guest on the channel, guys. His name is Hukage Puya. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
And to give you guys some context, basically, he's a Bayern fan. You're also an Iran fan and a Germany fan as well. Any other teams I'm missing? I think that's it, right?
That's it. USA when they do good. When USA is an embarrassing, I'll support the
Oh man, I remember I had you on my channel. I think we did like the Iran preview. I think it was like a long time ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, I remember USA Iran were in the same group. So
yeah, I remember that game.
Yeah. Man, but yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get started, guys. He's gonna help me with my World Cup qualifiers review. So we're gonna be discussing about the three confederations. We're gonna start with AFC first, since it's like the most significant because we just had the end of the round 2, and then we're gonna talk about the CAF, and then we'll talk about CONCACAF for last. We'll save CONCACAF for last. Yes. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get started, man. A lot to discuss, man, and obviously since we have a lot of games to discuss, we're gonna give our quick thoughts. We're not gonna be here for all day. We're not gonna give like a detailed thoughts because that's gonna take too long. Because I want to keep the stream around like hour. So yeah. Do you have anything to say before we start?
Let's get into it, bro. Let's go.
Yeah, let's start. All right, so let's start, man. Let's start. Of course, I'll be looking at your guys' chats after we go through each group. So these were the pots heading in from the second draw, and you can see right there their respective pots. And now let's talk about Group A. We're gonna go chronological order. So Qatar, obviously, we already knew they were going to top this group. That was a given. And the second place battle was always going to be interesting. Kuwait, India, Afghanistan. Oh, man, this group probably had the most dramatic ending of all the groups.
Yeah. Qatar. Listen, I feel bad for India fans a little bit because Qatar blatantly cheated them of a potential win that could have got them second place, because that first goal, the ball was fully out of the field. I don't know how none of the refs saw that it was out. They let it stand, and that shifted the whole tide of the game. Qatar ended up going on to win 2-1. India, if they potentially went on to win that game, would have been 8 points, and that would have been a second-place finish, and that would have gone them to round 3 qualifying. And I'm not even sure when the last time India made round 3 qualifying, so that would have been a huge thing for them. But unfortunately, they're raw, but I don't feel bad for the India fans because it's fine margins in qualifying, and when you play your home games, you have to win them. In India, at home, against, I think it was Afghanistan, they lost. And so I feel like that's the biggest thing that caused India to get knocked out of this group. So tough luck for India. But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, then I guess we could talk about their performance at home against Kuwait, which was a pretty forgettable game. Nothing really happened in that game. You could probably argue Kuwait were probably the better team.
Yeah.
So, and then as far as and then obviously I'll give credit to India because actually I thought they played the final game well. That first half was good, but the second half, was so bad for India. It was almost like they were parking the bus. Like, why are you parking the bus against a Qatar team? I was like, they're under 23s. That wasn't even the best Qatar team.
It doesn't make India parking the bus has never done them well. Asia Cup example, they try to park the bus in every game, and you saw what happened. They produced one of the most embarrassing performances in Asia Cup history over in the group stages. So India, man, shooting themselves in the foot, like you said. I will say about this group, it was interesting because, usually in groups you have a clear first place team and then there's 2 teams that battle for second. But even Afghanistan, man, until these final 2 games had a chance to get second place as well. So shout out to them, but they just didn't have the quality to get over the line in the end. So
yeah, I kind of feel bad for Afghanistan because they actually showed a lot of promise. I kind of didn't expect them to do this well, and the fact they did this was crazy. Like, they got a 0-0 draw against Qatar at home. I think they almost scored at the last minute, and then they put up a good game against Kuwait, but they just couldn't score. And I think that's a big takeaway from this second place is that none of these 3 teams were really, really consistent.
Yeah,
like it was kind of like the battle of the mid-offs, honestly.
Yeah, their points tallies were low. Yeah, 5, 5, 7, I think. Or go back to the group. What was the point distribution again? It was. Yeah, there you go. 5 points, 5 points, 7 points. So that's a pretty low scores for teams battling for second. Pretty low points tallies for people battling for second place. So, yeah.
Yeah. And the Kuwait, they scored a nice goal against Afghanistan. And man. So shout out to Kuwait, man. They actually did it. And it's crazy because they didn't do well against India. No. But but they got the second. That's the important thing. They were the only country in this group that did the double over Afghanistan, which is crazy. Not even Qatar did, which is crazy to say.
Yeah. So I think overall they deserve. I think out of those 3 teams battling for second, I think they deserve it the most.
Yeah. Fair. Yeah, I would probably agree as well. As much as I was a bit disappointed, but yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I do have a little soft spot for India.
Yeah. So. I understand. They got to get it done though. They can't lose those games at home. They can't perform like they were doing.
Yeah. Like what ultimately let India down wasn't really against Qatar. It was what happened against Afghanistan. Yeah. Because I think 4 points against Kuwait is actually good, but it's just against Afghanistan. Only 1 point and across 2 games is terrible. I'm sorry,
and losing at home. You can't do that. Against your competitors in the group. You have to win those home games. 100%.
And that's not even that wasn't even Afghanistan. Like Afghanistan, we know they're going through a lot of stuff off the pitch. So
yeah, exactly. So you have to win those games.
Yeah, let's read some comments here. Okay, we'll talk about Nigeria. We'll talk about Nigeria later, guys. We'll talk about Nigeria later.
Nigeria.
Honduras, man. World Cup 6 out of 6. Yeah, just for India, man. India doesn't qualify for the World Cup in 100 years. When are we going to see India in a World Cup, man?
When they increase it to 64 teams, I don't know, dude. When they need to increase the amount of teams again for India to have a chance. But listen, Vlahovic, India, man, just I don't know. I thought they were so embarrassing at the Asia Cup. I was kind of surprised that this was a step forward for them to give themselves. They were almost got to round 3 because compared to their Asia Cup performance, the Asia Cup performance was god awful. It was embarrassing. So they finally got rid of Sunil Chetri. He's finally retired. So maybe the younger guys could come in now and do something for them. But it's not looking like anytime soon for India.
Yeah. India fans in the chat below, Indian fans in the chat, and I guess us neutrals. Should India still keep Steam Match or should they sack Steam Match? What do you guys think?
The thing is, though, you send your team out to. It's like proven. Even if you're playing like teams on your level, parking the bus doesn't help you guys. Parking the bus consistently produces the worst results. So why not just go out there and try to play the other kind of football that gives you guys the better chance in games? I don't get the obsession with parking the bus. Honestly, they don't even have the defense. It's not that they have some of Asia's best defenders to rely on a park the bus tactic. So if your team isn't going to be disciplined enough to play park the bus as well, dude, do something else.
Yeah, and as much as I say it's kind of a robbery against Qatar, as you can argument, even if it was a draw, Kuwait still would have advanced because they won.
Yeah.
So and I think for India, obviously a big blow was Jingan. Jingan, I don't think was available. I think he was injured. So yeah. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Vlahovic, that's harsh. Home games and home and away format are very crucial for sending the campaign. Exactly. Home games are important. 80 star justice for India campaign. Oh, man. Dude, India.
People on Twitter are starting it, but it is what it is. Bro, it's Qatar. Like, are we surprised Qatar got that goal? I mean, I don't know what's happening there, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Heidi, the guest in the chat. Yeah. Thanks for joining, Matt. See what happened to Atletico Madrid. Okay. Well, I don't care about club football right now. Ranked us will say, has there been an image showing a ball 100% out? I remember that in the World Cup. We all thought Japan's goal versus Spain had crossed the line, and VAR showed it hadn't. But I think from what I saw, though, the ball fully crossed the line, though, from what I saw. And
I don't think there's no VAR, right? I mean, I don't remember VAR. There's no VAR. These countries are too poor for VAR, bro. We don't got VAR over here, man.
Yeah, and I according to my friend, he said there'll be VAR for the next round, which I think is
good. That because the stakes are higher. So and typically the bigger teams with more funding are able to afford it more. So more of the bigger teams are in round 3 anyway. So yeah, that's good to hear.
Yeah, the goal was a mistake, but the referee didn't have a good view, and maybe for the linesman too. Perhaps a robbery in the game, but not a robbery from the point of view of Kuwait advancing. Yeah, exactly. Like Kuwait advanced. Like I said, even if it ended a draw, Kuwait would have still advanced anyway. So it doesn't change that fact. So yeah. Anyways, I think we should move to the next group. Group B, man. Group B. Japan, top of the group. What is there to say? Perfect 18 out of 18 points.
No goals conceded. No goals conceded for them. 0 goals conceded. And something I liked about these last 2 games for Japan, the coach Moriyasu, bro, he put out 2 almost completely different starting 11s, and he still got 2 5-0 results. So
5-0 wins.
5-0 wins. You know, guys, Nakamura and Ritsu Doan were on fire again for them. Kubo obviously always performing. And something I thought, because what let Japan down in the Asia Cup in the end against Iran, specifically in that quarterfinal, was defensive issues and lapses in defense. This time in these 2 games against Myanmar and Syria, he played 2 completely different backlines, 2 clean sheets, and 6 clean sheets overall in 6 games. Very impressive qualifying for Japan for me. Yeah, very, very impressive.
Yeah. I think Japan, I mean, what is there to say? And then shout out to North Korea. North Korea actually advanced.
Bro, I don't even they forfeited a game and they still advanced. This is a huge L on Syria. Like, how can you let North Korea advance when they even forfeited a game to Japan back in March?
Yeah.
Like, this is a big L on Syria, man. Huge L. Come on.
Yeah. Syria tying away to Myanmar. That's terrible. I'm sorry.
That's awful to tie to Myanmar. That's one of the, you know, they're not even minnows. They're like smaller than minnows in Asia. To tie in Myanmar is an embarrassment. That's an embarrassment right there. I totally forgot they drew to Myanmar. Yeah.
Smaller than minnows is crazy.
Yes, bro, that's Myanmar. Like, I can't even name any Myanmarian players in history. So,
and you're like an Asian expert, right?
I mean, I'm in tune with it. I wouldn't call myself the expert because it's hard to focus on a bunch of football. But I have my grasp on Asia. Myanmar are big minnows. Like, I don't know. Notice, with all due disrespect to Myanmar, man, you should not be drawing to them. You should not be drawing to Myanmar.
You know what the crazy thing is? Syria almost walked away from North Korea with a 0-0 draw, which would have been enough. Instead, North Korea scored a last-minute goal to break Syrian hearts. Mm-hmm. And North Korea, man, it's crazy, man.
Listen, if North Korea pulls up to the United States, like, is that even going to be allowed? Will Kim Jong-un even allow that? I don't even know if Kim Jong-un would allow North Korea to pull up to the United States. I don't know what's going to happen, but let's see. Okay. I would like to see them make it and see what happens after that.
Yeah, you have to give massive credit to North Korea because they defied the odds. Because the odds were in favor of Syria. A lot of people, I think, expected Syria to advance. I mean, especially after the Asian Cup as well, which is crazy. Like, they did so well in the Asian Cup. And North Korea, man, obviously they were in the Asian Cup, so it's incredible, man.
And they even forfeited a game, like I already said. And if you look at Syria's performances against Japan and North Korea's one performance against Japan, I think Syria lost 5-0 both times. Yeah, 5-0 both times against Japan. North Korea went to Japan and conceded an early goal, but kept it 1-0. Now, I know Japan did miss a bunch of chances in that game, but 1-0 is way better than 2 5-0 losses. So I think North Korea overall absolutely deserves second place for them.
And also remember, the thing is about North Korea is that they're defensively tough to break down. Like, say what you will. And they're very physical. They're very physical. They're aggressive. They're kind of like Atletico Madrid, to be honest with you. Old Atletico Madrid, I would say. So, shout out to North Korea, man. And if they qualify for the World Cup, man, that'll be a crazy achievement. So
please qualify for the World Cup. And if that happens, if Trump is president at that time, we're cooking something. We're gonna cook something interesting. Interesting stories are gonna happen.
And I forgot to mention.
I could imagine Kim Jong-un and Trump in the stands watching North Korea's opening match. 100.
And I forgot to mention, whichever teams finish in second place, not only do you make it to the next round of the qualifiers, you're also in the next Asian Cup as well. So shout out to North Korea and Kuwait for making the next round of for making the Asian Cup, because both of them weren't there in the last edition, right? I'm pretty sure.
North Korea was not in the last Asian Cup, no.
Yeah, and Kuwait wasn't there, I'm pretty sure either. So yeah. Let's read some comments. Pookie says, "Sup peeps, thank you for joining. I know it looks out, but has there been an image of a totally out?"
Rank, we're talking about Qatar. Let's just talk. If there's a camera that got it, they destroyed it. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure Qatar, they would have had a special camera angle to show it's completely out. The fact that there hasn't, they probably destroyed the camera that showed that it was fully out. Let's be honest, it's Qatar.
I'm pretty sure I saw on live TV it was totally out. Even my commentator was saying it was totally out.
Yeah, even every commentator was saying, yeah. But either way, it doesn't even matter. India didn't deserve to qualify.
Yeah. This is exactly what Matt says.
Yeah.
India going out was result not beating Afghanistan.
Yep.
Syria versus Japan, home and away, 5-0 wins. Fukaga with a lucky cosplay to celebrate Japan's qualification.
Let's go.
Oh man, Kim Jong was the other North Korean. His other North Korean not to see his country play the World Cup. Korea's Army next round. Okay, that'll be a spicy match. That'll be a crazy match. We'll talk about. We'll actually talk about the third round and briefly. We'll talk about like some of our dream matches potentially. Some matches we want to see. I think we're actually doing a mock draw. I think about maybe doing a dream draw video in a few days' time. But yeah, I mean, we can hear Hokage's like I guess potential matchups you want to see when we get there. Yeah. Rank says we all know it's gonna be Korea Derby again, and both games on 0-0. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll allow that. North Korea didn't let the match to be aired, but I got the highlights. The 1-0 against Syria. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was right. See, I remember I was seeing this game in real time, and the score kept changing. Like a lot on FootMob was saying Syria was leading for a long time, and then I saw North Korea score out of nowhere in the FootMob, and then I was like, "Is this actually real?" So yeah. I went on Twitter and like it took, and then eventually we got all cleared up. So
yeah,
because I don't even think the match was being broadcasted.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
My small dominoes, but they aren't very good.
They're pretty bad, bro. They're pretty bad.
Yeah. He would allow if they win. They would withdraw from the competition like India. I don't know about that. Maybe potentially. North Korea PR would be crazy. North Korea played in England in 1966 when Kim Jong-un, his grandfather, was in charge of the country. And there were 3-0 Portugal in the quarters. They're going to put North Korea in a group. They'll play all their games in Mexico the way they once played in the United States because they won't make it out of the group, though.
North Korea did play at the 2010 World Cup. I forgot about that. They did play.
Yeah. Sam Cameron's a lunar image, low rank. I mean, only not other in terms of Kim Jong-un being the only North Korean president not to see his country play a World Cup. All right, let's move to the next group. Group C, man. South Korea did the best they could. They tried everything they could to deny China, and China still progressed.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, South Korea. Only one goal against. I mean, I think impressive. South Korea with the Korean coach, I'm forgetting his name, but they already look better compared to when Klinsmann was there during Asian Cup.
Yeah.
They already look more structured. It already looks like they have more of a plan. So South Korea looking stronger. Obviously, in the last two games, they ended up beating Singapore like 7-0 and then squeezing past China 1-0. So obviously South Korea was always going to finish first place, but the ties, I feel like the ties are going to be frustrated that they let second place slip. It was almost there because I thought Thailand was impressive at the last Asia Cup. You know, they play this attacking style. It's a youthful Thai team, but they had to beat China in China. They had to do it, and they didn't. So it is what it is, man. Thailand, it sucks. There's a lot of third place teams I feel like are good enough to go to round 3, but Thailand, next time.
Yeah, Thailand, man. They did the best they could. They got a draw away against China. But I feel like maybe they went a bit too defensive the second half, maybe allowing China to get back in the game, which was kind of a mistake. You could maybe argue. And then obviously in the second game, China went with a complete defensive approach against South Korea. They were trying to park the bus, try and play for the 0-0 draw.
Mm-hmm.
And South Korea scored a goal. Lee Kang-in. The Thailand did beat Singapore 3-1, but they scored the goals too late, and they allowed Singapore to score. Because I believe if Singapore didn't score, Thailand would have actually advanced on goals scored. Because only went out by head-to-head.
It's on goal difference, because China's going through because China beat Thailand. So they went through on head-to-head. But that's why those last two games were so intense because China couldn't go and lose 4-5-0 to South Korea, and Thailand couldn't concede, and they had to go and really hammer home a big victory. In the end, one Singaporean goal denies Thailand. So
yeah, and I was saying the group chats. I don't think anyone here in the group chat, but if you got anyone's coming, I said that South Korea would probably win because South Korea and China have a heated rivalry. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. But I think Thailand will just fall short. They'll just fall short. So, and they only one goal short, man. It's sad because I wanted Thailand to advance, man. Because China, man, they're not. They're so mediocre, man.
Horrible Asian Cup, just like India. How do you have 1 billion people but do that? I don't get it, but it is. Yeah.
And I feel like this team is. Wooly FC, honestly.
Wooly scores a lot of the goals. He's the face of the team. You know, although China, because the Chinese Super League has been around for a while now. They're starting to get the foreigners in the team. They had that guy Kosensao, like some Brazilian guy that started for them in the last game. So China's starting to pull the Qatar where they bring in the foreign players and get them the whatever you need, like citizenship or something, the passport or whatever you need to play for a country. But
yeah, and honestly, I thought China might have blew it because they tied away to Singapore, which was a bad result. Like they allowed Singapore to get back in the game from a 2-0 down.
Yeah,
China rectified by the skin of their teeth, and if they somehow make the World Cup, I would be mad. I would be mad.
Either China or North Korea coming to the United States to play. I need to see one of them. What are the chances? What are the odds? The odds have to be somewhat favorable. Come on.
Oh man, yeah, China, man. Yeah. At least they did it, man. At least one country with 1 billion people advanced, unlike the other country.
Yeah. unlike India, man. Come on. Unbelievable.
So, yeah. All right. Let's read some comments. Silent, man. Low. Almost. Plus 50 social credit. China only going through on the head-to-head. Yep. Singapore scoring. I hate Singapore. Imagine North Koreans beating one of the favorites. Kim Jong-un declare a national holiday, knowing the players' cars and were present 90 minutes, and they lose both games and go out. Wow, that'd be sick.
And give them food. And give them real food, yeah.
Oh,
they get more rations.
That's not something that's not even decent. Thailand had it in their hands. Kind of had it in their hands. Cover all these games, Orpon. You're a chooser in the game. Yeah, I World Cup qualifiers, man. It's people need to cover it more. It's really sad. Actually, I want to speak about this real quick. Not a lot of big channels cover the World Cup qualifiers. I feel like that's really sad. Because
it's like it's like who wants to cover? Most people don't want to cover, Singapore versus Thailand. But, if you put up, yes, the quality of football isn't the best and you don't have all these European players. It's exciting, bro. I mean, it's like in league format when, like, say in like the Bundesliga or in any league, the top 4 race is always super exciting. But, no one, outside the Premier League, no one really makes videos about top 4 races in Bundesliga, La Liga, and all that. It's kind of the same thing. Like, the interest isn't there, so they don't. But I feel like they're just missing out. People are just missing out on it, dude.
Yeah. It's and then once the World Cup pops up, everyone joins in. Everyone's like, oh, I know what I'm like. Everyone, they act like they all know what they're talking about.
Yeah,
which I think it's like kind of sad.
It is what it is, bro. It is what it is.
Yeah. Matt says true rank. China at least advance. Darn. Steve sells. Singapore saving their daddy, China. China's height is a weakness. Would you say that's the main weakness?
What's the average height of their players? I don't know. I don't know.
I don't think that's really the main weakness, honestly.
It's just the fact that everyone's in the Chinese Super League. All their players play for the Chinese Super League.
I just think the China squad is just going. I think is this like one of the worst China teams you've seen in a long time?
Well, probably. I mean, I'm sure China's stronger than they were 20 years ago just because of I'd say China was probably at its strongest 10 years ago when Chinese Super League was popping off more. But now that the Chinese Super League has kind of failed at doing what the Saudi League is trying to do, it probably is weaker than some of the previous China teams. Yeah.
Yeah. Conceição sounds Portuguese. Does China still have the former Everton defender who used to be known as Diaz Browning?
I don't think so.
Probably not.
I don't think so. No.
It is, Steve. The fact that China has 1.5 billion people, they still need to bring Brazilians to have 11 decent players is crazy.
Embarrassing. Embarrassing.
Yeah. Guys, I'm at 152 before Euros is exactly. Okay, yeah, guys. So guys, subscribe to his channel, man. Subscribe to Nigeria not using best squad. Don't be harsh. We'll get to Nigeria in a bit. Pyongyang looks like it's from the Soviet Union, hence why the transfer is looking old-fashioned looking. If I was healthy with my throw, not great now. Cover this stuff. A little Steve. I don't take friends seriously, anyways, just pertaining to. Who's this guy? His name is Sokage Puya, man. He's a guy that scores a lot on HH's channel, so we got some people. I don't know if you guys watch HH's channel here on my community. So, yeah. China has worse physicality, unlike Japan. Yeah. Okay, let's move to the next group, man. Let's move to the next group. Group D, man. I feel so bad for Malaysia. I feel so bad.
Close. I mean, how close do you have to get? 10 points? Bro, 10 points usually always gets you second place in the third round. Tough, but, coming into this group, I thought this youthful Malaysian team would actually kind of trump Kyrgyzstan. For me, Kyrgyzstan is the surprise team. I thought Kyrgyzstan's team is kind of aging. They're slowly getting rid of some of their older players. They're kind of in a rebuild phase almost, bringing in a newer generation. And because of that, I kind of thought Malaysia with their younger team and the hype that's going around them, Malaysian fans really put a lot of hype behind their national team. And I thought, okay, well, let's see. I think they could probably get to the third round, but Kyrgyzstan proved me wrong. And they get 11 points. Just by 1 point, they go through over Malaysia. Yeah, it's tough. Again, it is what it is. That's the theme of qualifying for these teams that don't make the third round in Asia. Just do better at the end of the day. You have to just do better and get better results elsewhere. But yeah, Oman deserved. I think Oman was the most consistent team in this group. They beat Malaysia twice. They did the double over them. No one else did that. So yeah, deserved for Oman, and Kyrgyzstan surprised me.
Yeah, you have to give credit to Kyrgyzstan. They did it. They got a draw away against Oman, and that's ultimately the difference maker. Malaysia, man, they had to win against Kyrgyzstan, and that's ultimately let them down. And yeah, Malaysia, man, they put up a good effort, man. They put up a good effort, and I think they can. Do you think they can feel proud? I think they can feel proud what they did.
It's tough because they did let themselves down at the Asia Cup, so I feel like to really show that they're making steps forward, they had to at least get to the third round, but they didn't. So after a disappointing Asia Cup and missing out on round 3, I think the Malaysian Federation needs to go back to the drawing board and see how they can improve. Because, you know, if you're going to have a disappointing Asia Cup and put so much hype around this team, at least get to the third round of qualifying. You know what I mean? And they didn't.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. That's true, man. That's true.
Yeah.
South Korea, Japan both improved, especially Japan. No, they're always been the top. I don't think. I mean, maybe you could say Japan's been more impressive, but yeah. Indonesia gonna have to carry Southeast Asia. We'll get to Indonesia, man. We'll get to Indonesia. It's fine margins. Yes, sir. Says to be honest, I don't see any of these teams in this group make the World Cup.
It's tough. Any of the teams, I don't really see it. It all depends on the round 3 draw as well. So.
Yeah, round 3. Remember, guys, draw is very important. You know, so we could, because like I said, because I'll be honest with you, I think Asia's been on the rise. Like we're seeing a lot of the nations that have not been great the last couple of years really improve their game, really step up. Would you say? And
you're slowly seeing Asian players slowly get into the bigger teams. Bayern just signed Ito, the Japan center back. Bayern just signed Ito. They have Kim and Jae, so you have 2 of Asia's top defenders at a club like Bayern. You have Asian players in La Liga, in the Premier League, performing well, so they're on the rise for sure.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about Group E, man. Let's move to Group E. I mean, this group was already settled even before this, even before these fixtures, and yeah, I mean, Turkmenistan, Hong Kong were just simply too poor. Iran, Uzbekistan were too clear.
It's like Turkmenistan and Hong Kong, to give yourself a chance, at least beat each other somehow. At least Hong Kong beat Turkmenistan twice, or Turkmenistan beat Hong Kong twice. Like, how can you draw both games when you're trying to give yourself a chance in this group? It's just shocking from Hong Kong and Turkmenistan. How can you draw both games and not even give yourself a little bit of a chance? But even if they did, I think Uzbekistan and Iran were always going to advance 1 and 2 out of this group. So
yeah,
maybe we're being a little harsh.
Yeah. What's your give me a quick thoughts on this group, because obviously these games were really important. So just give me quick thoughts.
Honestly, Iran and Uzbekistan did go in as first and second into round 3, but if I'm being completely honest with you, over the course of these 6 games, they weren't that impressive. Iran and Uzbekistan weren't that convincing for me. I expected more, especially from Iran after the Asia Cup, because our coach, Amir Galinoy, said he would give more chances to the up-and-coming Iranian players, but he's just reverting back to the old guard. And you really saw in Iran's last 2 games, the aging defense led in 2 easy goals against Hong Kong. And against Uzbekistan, they only created 1 shot on target and hit the post once. So for Iran, I was most disappointed. I'm Iranian, so I have more stake in the team, and I care about them the most. And for Uzbekistan, I think the important thing for Uzbekistan is that they're kind of like a second-tier Asian team. Your first-tier Asian teams are the likes of your Iran, Australia, South Korea, Saudi, Qatar, Japan. And Uzbekistan is kind of your second tier Asia team. So for them to get 2 draws against Iran and not lose, I think is a positive. But I did expect more from them in the games against Turkmenistan and Hong Kong. So 2 deserved qualifications to round 3, but I wanted more. I wanted to see more from these teams.
Yeah, it kind of feels like the group was a bit too easy. So we didn't really see we don't really know what, because I don't really know what to make of. I mean, obviously Iran is a top quality nation, so I think they'll obviously qualify the World Cup. But for Uzbekistan, we'll see what they get in the round 3, because round 3 they're not going to get an easy draw. There's no way they're going to get an easy draw in round 3. So
the key for Uzbekistan, because they have the defense, they've had the defense. Like going to anybody who supports an Asian team knows that going to Uzbekistan and playing these guys, they're rough, they're physical. And they have some technical quality. So they're a tough team to beat. But they've, in the big games against the likes of Iran and in the Qatars and everything, they tend to lack the attacking power. So if they could figure something out in the attacking phase as they prepare for round 3 games, the chance is there. Because defensively, the defensive base is there for Uzbekistan. It's the attack that's the issue.
Yeah, that center back Kusanov, he's a really good center back. I think he could be. I think teams need to look out for him in the top 4 leagues.
Yeah,
because he plays for Lens. So
yeah,
he needs to make a move, man. He needs to make a move to like EPL, La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
he's really, really talented. But not really much to speak of here. I mean, the Group F, man. Okay, actually, let's go through some comments. Let's go through some comments real quick. Thailand could have done great their day, just not their day. China at least qualified for World Cup, unlike some other teams. Yeah, that's true.
Shots at India.
Yeah. When is the draw? The draw is June 27th. It's kind of sad. It's during the Euros, I'm pretty sure. So it's kind of like, why couldn't they have done it after the Euros, man? Or Copa America? It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Italy couldn't make back-to-back World Cups worse than group stage curse versus Germany. Since 2014, Japan's been great. Recent 2 World Cups, I meant. I think it's the 27th of June, Matt. Not sure, though. To the guest, what World Cup cities host do you want Iran to play in? Ooh.
What World Cup host cities like in the United States? I mean, I'm in California, so if they could come play in LA, man, I'll be there every single game. So come to California or Arizona, I'll be there 100%.
Ooh. California is great, man. Great to visit.
Yeah.
Canada to do great. Group hopefully with France, Euros, Austria will be dark horse. Okay. Let's talk about the just qualifiers for today, guys. Maxwell, after seeing Vietnam getting eliminated, lost his last 4 games against Indonesia. I feel bad for Maxwell. I feel bad for
Vietnam, man. I feel like people clowning on him just because of that Maxwell guy. So
Iraq for me, man. The best team of this group.
100%.
And 18 points is commendable. 18 points. And they were fantastic. And Iraq's a serious team, guys. I think this team can be I'm curious to see what this team does in round 3. I think they can directly make the World Cup. I think they have the squad to do so.
Yeah, 100%.
And that striker, Amon Hussein, is so underrated, man. I still don't know how how no European team has signed him yet.
Yeah, as long as he keeps scoring the goals for Iraq, bro. If he's on goal scoring form in round 3, Iraq. I don't know if Iraq. I can't remember if Iraq has played a World Cup or not. But they're not one of the. They have.
I think they have. I think it was a long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago. But in recent time, they're not a typical World Cup team. So it'll be cool to see them in the World Cup. If it depends on Hussein, because he's kind of like their talisman guy for key goals. So we're gonna have to see.
Yeah, the last time they were in the World Cup was in 1986. So they only been in 1 World Cup in their history.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Wow. So, yeah, Iraq, man. Iraq's a top 5 Asian team. Yeah, I agree. There's a reason why there's a reason why they're pot 2. Well, I'll show you guys the pots after we do the groups. Good morning, Vietnam. I mean, Maxwell. Vietnam downfall for 2018 World Cup qualifiers. Actually, when do you think the downfall started for Vietnam?
I don't know, because just a couple of years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, Vietnam was pretty strong. They had a good, not the last Asia Cup, but the Asia Cup before 2019, I think it was. Yeah, 2019 Asia Cup.
Yeah, 19.
They had a strong run in the tournament, and it looked like they were setting up to, potentially make a World Cup 2022 and maybe even World Cup 2026. But I can't pinpoint what exactly has been the downfall for Vietnam, but obviously something happened, because how can you go from having such a strong, Asia Cup performance in 2019 to just, the kind of this clown nation in Asia right now where you can't even get to round 3 of qualifying. So I can't pinpoint exactly what it is, but something changed in the federation, something happened, and it hasn't gone well for them.
Yeah, and I think maybe injuries as well, because I remember they had a lot of injuries before the Asian Cup as well. They had to play like a very weak team, and everything. So are these? They got their full squad back for the qualifiers, right?
I'm pretty sure, and they bottled it. Basically, they didn't give themselves a great of a chance in the March games and in these games too. So,
yeah. For me, what let Vietnam down was the games against Indonesia. Allowing Indonesia to do the double over you is embarrassing.
It's at home too. To lose 3-0 in Vietnam.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really bad. And I believe they're local rivals as well, I believe. I think it's like a rivalry.
Like one it says, I'm pretty sure this is like a rivalry game. These two.
So, yeah. It's just embarrassing, man. For Vietnam, man, they better make the Asian Cup. If they don't make the Asian Cup, that'll be a disgrace.
Yeah.
And honestly, given how bad they are, I wouldn't be surprised they don't make it. Would you be surprised?
I think they're good enough, but like that would be a total new low if they didn't make Asia Cup, because that's a different level of bad. I don't think they're at that level yet, but if they do get to that level, they need to fire everyone in the federation and hire a new federation, because that would be disgusting, honestly, if they didn't make an Asia Cup.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk quickly about Indonesia, man, because Indonesia, man, they have been on the rise. I've been really impressed with the Indonesian team.
Yeah, Indonesia started off bad. You could see on the screen. They started off really bad. 5-1, got wiped by Iraq. But since then, the performance is slowly improved. And I think is it Indonesia? I might be mixing it with some. I think Indonesia just got some Dutch players. They kind of got some Dutch players into their team.
Yeah, I think I heard about that too.
Yeah, in March, they brought in these Dutch players to play for Indonesia. And listen, if you're going from homegrown Indonesia players to guys who have grown up in Europe, that's going to improve the quality of your team. And you're seeing it on the field right now. They keep winning. They keep getting results. Yes, they lost to Iraq, but Iraq is just way stronger than them, so you don't really expect anything there. But the performances are there, and if they can keep building on this, they're setting themselves up for a chance to be at the World Cup in 2026. So it's looking good.
Yeah, Indonesia's on the rise, man, and you have to give them a lot of credit, because they made the round of 16 Asian Cup. Now they made the third round qualifiers. They're on the right trajectory. And remember, they came from the first round of qualifiers. I believe they're the only nation that came from the first round qualifiers that's in the third round. That's a commendable achievement. That's a commendable achievement.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and as far as Philippines, they I think they did decent in this group. They were okay, I guess.
I mean, like, what's the expectations for them? You know what I mean? They're not really a football nation. Like, they're more into like Muay Thai and stuff like that and everything. So,
I think they did better. I think they did better than the other minnows. I think they did better.
Yeah, so they put up a better fight. Yeah, they put up a better fight. Yeah. So
shout out to Indonesia, man. I think they could. I think they could be a surprise team in the next round, guys. Iraq playing the '86 World Cup. Top 5, no order. In Japan, I agree with Iran. I agree with South Korea. Actually, I think South Korea is better than Iran, honestly. I'm sorry to say, Ukage.
Yeah, but they have more quality. Yeah.
Australia and Saudi, no, they're not top 5. I don't think Saudi's a top 5 anymore.
Maybe I would put Iraq in. I mean, how do you not? Unless you're not counting Qatar, I don't know how you can not have Qatar in there. But
yeah, that's actually
the 2-time Asia Cup back-to-back winners. How are they not a top 5?
Yeah, that's actually true if you think about it.
Yeah.
So Indonesia have a lot of potential, could cause trouble round 3. Don't sleep with it. Yeah, Indonesia could be a surprise team, guys. No order. Maxwell just told us he's half Scottish, and I guess he doesn't support USA and Vietnam anymore. Man, both those countries are down bad. That's really unfortunate. Well, at least USA is going to be the next World Cup for sure. So,
yeah.
Oh, man. Top 5 Asian teams, how much I hate to say, Japan, South Korea, Iran, Qatar, Australia. Yeah, I think those 5 are fair. I think I can agree with that. I disagree. Saudi are not top 5 anymore. Yeah, they're not top 5 anymore. They lost to Jordan at home. We'll get to Saudi in a bit, man. I think it says hi. Sad shot not there. Saudi Arabia or Qatar was tough. Okay. Jordan's better than both. Yeah, we'll talk about Jordan, man. Jordan's also been amazing. Jordan, lucky to lose to Qatar like that 3 pence. And then he needs to break that drought and not make the World Cup since 1938. 1938? Wow, I did not know that.
And wow. I don't even count those World Cups. Those World Cups don't count for me, man.
Yeah, I mean, it technically counts, but this will be like the first World Cup in a long time. Let's put it this way.
Yeah, this will be their first. Like that. No, I'm sorry. That would be their first World Cup. 100%. I'm sorry. In my personal dictionary, I don't even look at those World Cups. No way.
Yeah. Cayman Islands cooked. Indonesia it wasn't even called Indonesia back then. Iraq improved. Yes. Then, hey, Zoran, thank you for joining. Manchester's capital manager for Saudi. Big up, Steve. Manchester should have went to Juventus. I think Juventus got Mata. I think that's good for them.
I think Mata. That's the way to go, man. Mata's the way to go.
Group G, man. Man, Pakistan, man. Of course, we already knew they were not going to do much. And Tajikistan.
I'll say this. So Jordan obviously is the surprise team here. A year ago, Jordan was not really on the rise. I think when Tajikistan was coming into this group, I think a lot of people would have guessed Saudi, Tajikistan, maybe first and second. But after what happened at the Asia Cup and the attacking style Jordan is playing, goals from everywhere, they don't rely on one player. 4, 5, 6, 7 different guys that could score goals in this Jordan team. They've really exploded. And it's good to see that it wasn't just a one-time thing in Asia Cup. They've continued this form after the Asia Cup. And they've got themselves a first place. Yes, they're tied on points with Saudi, but they got a first place 13 points finish. Jordan for sure is in prime position. I think I definitely see them at the World Cup. I want to see them at the World Cup for Asia. If they'd be a good representative, they'll go to the World Cup and play this attacking, exciting style. So good for them. I think that, Tajikistan, it's tough because I don't think they would have expected Jordan to explode like this. Because this recent Jordan explosion onto the scene in Asia I personally didn't see it coming. So for Tajikistan, they rightfully got third place. Saudi and Jordan are far better than them. But I think the big talking point here is, yes, Jordan is playing well. Yes, Jordan is an exciting team. They just made the final of the Asia Cup. It is such a big L on Saudi Arabia to get second place behind Jordan. The amount of money that is going to the Saudi Arabia League, all the European players they bring there, surely the Saudi players have to improve in that. So much money being put into Saudi football. Bringing in Roberto Mancini to get second? Yes, I understand Jordan is an informed team, but to get second is an embarrassment, in my opinion. And if Saudi continue the way they're continuing, I doubt they make the World Cup. Honestly, I really do. I doubt they make.
Wow, the that's big calls, man. That's big calls.
Yeah, it's tough, but I don't like the directions the Saudis are going. I don't like the direction.
Yeah, Mancini, man. Is it time for Mancini to get sacked? Is it time?
Bro, I thought Mancini left because remember he walked out of the stadium when Saudi lost to South Korea. I don't know if you remember that. He didn't even.
I remember.
He didn't even wait for the final penalty to be taken. I thought he left, but he stayed. But I'm not even sure Mancini personally if he could take this garbage anymore. I don't know. I don't think he could take it. So we'll see.
Is it the Saudi players or is it the manager or is it both? That's a tough thing.
I think Mancini's bro. I think Mancini's approach is correct. I think just these players are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Like, how are they not improving when you've brought all these European players into your league and to learn from them? Because all these Saudi players play in the Saudi league. They play for the best Saudi teams. How have you not improved? All the money that's being pumped into your league and the infrastructure, how can these players not be performing better? I kind of blame the players, to be honest, more than Mancini, because I feel like Mancini has been setting this team up to win, but the players have not been delivering. So I personally blame the players more.
Yeah. I think the players probably deserve more blame because Mancini's a good coach. I mean, there's a reason why he won the Euros. Okay, he's not a bad coach.
Exactly.
He's a good tournament coach. So yeah, I mean, the thing is like for Saudi, man, and remember when they defeated Argentina, a lot of those players I think left the team. Like I think that might have been that might have been the worst thing for Saudi. Like sure, it was great in the short term, but long term wise, a lot of those players got arrogant, confident, cocky. That we beat Argentina, we could win the World Cup now. So maybe that might have been the worst. That might have hurt them in the long term. So yeah, the players have to take blame.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I mean, if Saudi don't make the World Cup, that'll be embarrassment, an absolute disgrace.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bro, honestly, I believe Qatar okay, I don't want to say this word out loud, but they're terrible, but you still have to have them in the top 5 because they won back-to-back Asian Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Uruguay's not to come for Okage. Oh, man. Yo, Jordan. The Kai Vibes Tajikistan predictions over. Yeah. Oh, actually, let's talk about Jordan real quick, man. Jordan, Al Namid, man. That player is a fantastic player.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing player. And Al Taremi as well. Fantastic. And you know what the crazy thing with Jordan's team is? There's only one player that plays in Europe leagues.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. And they're still doing this so well. Yeah. Amazing, man.
Exciting. I think they're one of the more exciting teams right now in Asia. I really want to see if they could continue playing like this. I really want to see them at the World Cup. I really hope it happens.
Yeah, and I forgot the Jordan manager at the top of my head. I don't know if you remember that Jordan manager deserves a lot of credit because he came in a short term and he's got this team to do this amazing.
Yeah, I don't know his name specifically, but yeah, he's done a big job with this team.
Yeah, and he's only been here for like a few years. Like I think he came in last year, I think. Or
he's not been here a while. No,
that's amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
Kai Vibe Tajikistan predictions over. Yeah. Kai White is just crazy. That's all I can say. Jordan deserves to be top 50. Saudi lost at home to Jordan, but Jordan also lost at home to Saudi. But I think Jordan is more informed than Saudi, Matt. Like Jordan made an Asian Cup final. Saudi didn't do well in the Asian Cup. You know? Big up panel. Okay. Steve, as I said, let's keep this World Cup qualifiers right. Big up to Jordan Bristolers, co-owner of Ali Kadi. Bro, you can't blame Mancini for yesterday. The players had so many chances to win. Yeah, that was probably a bit harsh from my end. But the players need to be blamed. Enjoy over Kai Vibes. In the Middle East, Saudi fans are brilliant. Saudi Arabia have lost to Poland. They were the better team. It was only down to individual brilliance with Zelensky and Szczesny. Yeah.
I think he's referencing 2018 World Cup. Yeah, I think he's referencing the 2018.
No, it was the last World Cup.
Oh, wait, shoot. Saudi Never mind.
Yeah, Saudi should have won that game. Won that game. Anyways, moving to Group H. So UAE, Bahrain. I mean, what is there to say? I mean, this group was too easy.
Standard. This is one of the standard groups where you have a clear difference in quality between each team. There's a clear first place team, second place team, third and fourth place team. UAE doing the job that they were supposed to do, professional from them. I feel like they're because this group was kind of easy for them. Their qualifying really starts in round 3. They were never really in any trouble here. And Bahrain, with all the stuff going on in Bahrain and the stuff they're going through, it's a good job for them to get second place and get to round 3 as well. So, I feel like Yemen did shoot themselves in the foot a little bit with some of the results and kind of dug themselves in a hole to give themselves a chance to get to the third round. But I did think overall Bahrain was better. And I think all the results in this group were fair. Obviously, Nepal. It's just like that's the problem. This is the problem I have with Asian Federation right now. So the minnow teams just usually always never cause an upset. And I feel like that's something you get in Europe and CONMEBOL and even in CONCACAF. The minnow teams have been known to cause upsets at times. You don't really get upsets at this stage of the 2026 at this stage of the Asian Cup qualifiers. So Nepal, just like all the other fourth place teams, just kind of nothing.
And even though UAE did top the group and they should be happy, they didn't win, which is actually why they actually dropped to the pot 4 when they were going to be in pot 3. So that's going to actually hurt for UAE. That's going to hurt their chances to make the World Cup. So UAE, they had a good window. They did but they didn't win at home against Bahrain. So it's a bit of a disappointment, but UAE, I think the team is kind of declining, honestly.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So, and also what happened to Ali Mahmoud? Like, is he been completely removed? Because I haven't seen him play in a while.
Beats me, man. I have no idea. But this UAE team is definitely declining slowly.
And Paulo Bento, man, he's doing a good job with the team.
But
I know I spelled his name wrong. I feel bad for anyone who watched these games. They were boring. So boring. Every single games will be satisfied. He'll be satisfied for the most part, but he won't be 100% satisfied because UAE didn't win, and that actually meant they dropped down to the pot. But so shout out to UAE and Bahrain. And then the final group here, I mean, Palestine took care of business. They got the draw that they needed against Lebanon, and that's all they needed to advance. So,
yeah, and Austria,
man.
Yeah, I think Lebanon. It's like with what we said with India. They would have advanced if they just won their home game against Palestine, but they didn't. And so that's what's the difference between you getting second place and third. Again, it shows the importance of you have to get results in your home games. So
yeah. Also, I think the fact they didn't beat Bangladesh on the road also I think costed them as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. That was also a horrible result too. Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, as a I don't know if you guys know this. My obviously as a Bangladesh supporter, I'm kind of happy we got at least 1 point, so we did better.
Yeah.
So some of the teams that got 0, but yeah, I always knew we weren't gonna do much.
Yeah.
So yeah, we I think we have some good players like Morsaline, and I like a Bangladesh. We're slowly improving. It'll take time. Mm-hmm. And for Lebanon, man, their star striker, their striker, man, Maktouk, man, that was his final game for Lebanon.
Yeah.
So shout out to him, man.
Yeah,
they at least he got a score in his farewell, unlike Chetri. So
yeah, unlike Chetri. Yeah.
Man. So yeah, but yeah, shout out to Lebanon, Maktouk, and Palestine, man. So what do you think for Palestine? Do you think they can? How much you fancy their chances?
I fancy their chances, but the 5-0 loss to Australia really threw me off. Now, I don't know if it's because they already had second place secured and they kind of just took their foot off the gas. But
that's crazy.
That 5-0 really threw me off a little bit because what was giving me hope for this Palestine team for round 3 was the defensive solidity. Before they conceded these 5 goals, they only conceded 1 goal in the other 5 games, and then all the 5 games combined. So the 5-0 threw me off, and I'm just going to, for now, just chalk it down to the fact that they already secured second place. It was kind of just a nothing game against Australia. They had to go travel to Australia as well. I'm kind of just putting it down to that. But if it's not just that, and this is going to continue for Palestine, and the defensive solidity isn't there, then they'll have absolutely 0 chance of making the World Cup. But if this is just a one-off game, they relax because they got through to the round 3, then the chances are there. But if if this becomes a consistent thing, especially in round 3 where there's a lot more bigger teams you're going to be playing, then the chances are close to none for Palestine. So
yeah, we'll see, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, Palestine, man, they did it. I think they had like a 14-hour flight, so maybe they were exhausted from the flight. Maybe, maybe because it's pretty far from Palestine and Bangladesh, obviously. So. Palestine to Australia. What am I saying?
Yeah,
it's a pretty long flight. But yeah. So we can look at the top goal scorers real quick. So now let's go look at the third round real quickly, guys. This is the pots real quick. So these are the official pots. So we're gonna have our FIFA rankings. I think come out next week. I think so. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, looking at the pots here, man. Japan, Iran, Korea Republic, Australia, Qatar, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Uzbekistan, Jordan, UAE, Oman, Bahrain, China, Palestine, Kyrgyzstan, Korea, DPR, Indonesia, Kuwait. So, what's your takeaway? What matchups do you really want to see?
Give me, because if I remember correctly, how round 3 works.
It's top two automatically qualify, and third and fourth goes to playoffs. Playoff round.
3 groups of 6, right?
Yeah, 3 groups of 6.
3 groups of 6.
Home and away.
Scroll down a little bit so I can see the rest of pot. Who's in pot 6 again? The last team, Kuwait. Scroll up a little more so I can see pot 1 again. Give me I'd like to see. Okay, give me Japan. I want to see Japan and Qatar play each other again. Ooh. And then maybe put. The thing is, I want a team like Jordan to make it through. So actually, let's say if I want Jordan to go through, the best chance for Jordan, I think, is if they get Iran, if they get Iraq, and then all the teams below them, they could be all the teams in pot 4, 5, and 6. So I need to see a group where Jordan can get through. If from the Iranian perspective, give me I'd like to get revenge on Qatar. Give me Qatar. I don't think Iran can get Uzbekistan again though, right? I don't think you get the same team that was in your round 2.
I'm not sure if you can or can't. I'm assuming you can't, but you might be able to. So I'm not
I
sure.
don't think you can. So give him like Saudi or something. But yeah, give me Korea versus North Korea. Give me Japan versus. Just give me those matchups. I like those. China versus Japan. Can I get that? I don't know.
Oh, China versus Japan, we're crazy.
China versus Japan would be a nuts game. How about you, bro? What games do you want?
You kind of took some of the ones I want, because I'll do a mock draw video, so I'm not gonna spoil too much of my group. So I'll just give you guys a few matchups. But yeah, I think Qatar Japan sounds like a very interesting one because I want to see if Japan can get revenge for 2019.
Yeah,
the
final.
And I'm interested to see how Qatar does the qualifiers because they've done so well in tournaments, but we don't know if they're this good in qualifiers.
I'd like to see Qatar get a tough group. So give them Japan. Give me a group of like this. Give me Japan, Qatar, Uzbekistan. No, give me Japan, Qatar. Yeah, give me Japan, Qatar, Uzbekistan, Oman, Kyrgyzstan, and Kuwait. And that will be a really tough group there. A bunch of good teams in there. I want to see if Qatar can survive that.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. I want to see Qatar get a tough group because if they're going to qualify for the World Cup, you have to do it by a hard group, not an easy group.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, so yeah. Okay, let's move, man. Let's move, man. Let's move to CAF now. Let's look some comments real quick. It says Hasway doesn't live about happy. Okay, that's fair enough. But having relations with Bahrain, he'll be happy that both nations advance. I favor Iraq over Saudi and Uzbekistan and Jordan is 50-50. Uzbek Jordan will be an interesting match. I rate Uzbekistan over Iraq. That's a tough one. Uzbekistan Iraq because I feel like they're kind of around the same level. But I think I think Iraq's better though, in my opinion.
Slightly Iraq better. They have better. Their attack is more potent. I think they would definitely break down Uzbekistan. Yeah.
I think Uzbek. You know what? I think you make a good point. I think Uzbekistan have a better defense than Iraq.
Yeah.
And Iraq have a better attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, it would be a very close game. All right, let's go look at CAF real quick. Damn, we spent almost an hour on this one. Dang.
Yeah, I didn't realize the time went by so quick.
Yeah, we're not gonna spend as long for CAF and CONCACAF, I suppose. But CAF, there's a lot of crazy stuff that happened in this qualifiers. So let me put my timestamp there. Okay, so CAF. So Group A, man. Major takeaways. So this is the group standings right here. So Egypt first, Guinea-Bissau second, Burkina Faso third, Sierra Leone fourth, Ethiopia fifth, sixth Djibouti. So looking at them June games. So Egypt, they took care of business. They got the win over Burkina Faso, which is surprising.
No.
Guinea-Bissau, man, you got to be beating Ethiopia at home. You got to be beating Ethiopia at home. That's bad.
They might regret that down the line.
Yeah,
they might regret that result.
Yeah, Sierra Leone, they got a good victory over Djibouti. Then Djibouti, Ethiopia, 1-1 draw, and then Egypt, man. Egypt, what were you saying?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, Egypt, man. They were losing at one point, and of course, the talisman Salah. Salah, man.
Comes up with the goal.
And Egypt, they're very lucky that Sierra Leone did them a massive favor because Sierra Leone managed to somehow do a comeback 2-0 down against Burkina Faso away.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. So Egypt, man. Yeah, I think Egypt's in a good position. I think they're one of the few big teams that we're like, okay, we're confident. You're confident qualifying, right? So
let me see this one. 10. Yeah. I think, what are Egypt's next games? If you scroll down, I think it shows it, right?
Yeah. So Egypt, Ethiopia away, Sierra Leone at home.
Definitely, I feel like Egypt will get back on track, get the win away against Ethiopia, get the home win against Sierra Leone, and then just keep racking up the points after that and get your momentum back. I think Egypt will be comfortable, but the fight for second is between Burkina Faso, Guinea-Bissau, and Sierra Leone. This can be, very interesting. This could really end up being a close run for second.
Yeah, this is tough. I don't know what to call for second because I believe I originally picked Burkina Faso.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I'm not really confident with Burkina Faso anymore as I was. So second is tough, man.
I would back Guinea-Bissau. I think Burkina Faso, I was high on Burkina Faso as well, but I was so unimpressed with them at AFCON I've kind of taken a step back from them, and I think I would favor Guinea-Bissau so far in second place.
Yeah, I think I'd also favor. I think Guinea-Bissau are in the driving position as well.
Yeah,
and they haven't lost. That's also a key thing. They haven't lost a game.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
So they got a big point against Egypt at home, so that could be crucial.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
And remember, guys, the 4 best second place teams make it through the playoffs. So, yeah.
Oh, it's not all the second place teams. It's the 4.
Yeah. 4 best. Highest ranked.
Well, that's better. Well, Africa used to not get automatic qualifications, right? So now the first place teams automatically qualify, which is good.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I'm seeing Group B. I didn't realize Senegal is second place. I did not realize.
Senegal, man, they had a poor window, man. Only getting 4 points. I mean, to be fair, it is DR Congo at home, which is kind of understandable, but still, that Nico Jackson miss was crazy.
It was really bad. I saw that.
Oh, man. So Senegal, I think they should have enough quality to top this group, but Sudan, man. Sudan really did well this qualifiers window. I was really impressed with Sudan. They went away against South Sudan, won 3-0. They beat Mauritania 2-0 on the road. This is impressive. I didn't see this coming, man. I did not see this coming.
2 away wins. That's really good. Yeah. 2 away wins.
Yeah.
If they could keep that's tough. Because I think initial reactions, people would have thought Senegal and DR Congo would fight for first place. But with those two away wins, dude, Sudan all of a sudden find themselves with 0 losses and on 10 points. So this is tricky, because if DR Congo or Senegal don't even at least make second place, that would be huge failures for them.
Yeah. Senegal, man, they should be directly qualifying. Like, let's be real.
They should, but if Sudan keep this up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting because, like, Senegal, man, Sudan, man, they're taking. Oh my God, the next game in March is gonna be crazy. Sudan versus Senegal. That's a big game.
Yeah, Sudan
if
at
Sudan
home
could,
too.
If Sudan could beat Senegal at home, that's tasty. If Sudan wins, that would be crazy.
Wait, when are these next games?
March of next year, March 2025. So it's gonna be a long time.
That's so far away.
Yeah.
That's
the one thing I done.
That's a big L for Sudan, because now that's almost a year, basically 9 months.
Yeah.
Who knows if they could keep? That's shocking. Why is there such a big gap? That is so weird.
Yeah, I think it's because they want to fit in the AFCON qualifiers, which, it's kind of.
True.
I like how Asia does it. Asia does it simple. Just combine qualifiers for both tournaments. The same thing. Yeah. So. Yeah. So it's really unfortunate for Senegal, for Sudan, man, because now they have to. I really hope this doesn't mess their form up, because I would love to be surprised, because I want to see debutants in the World Cup, man. I want to see as many debutants as I can. Yeah. So Sudan, man, amazing. Senegal, man, kind of a bit underwhelming, but they got 4 points, which is fine. They got win away in Mauritania, which Mauritania, we know how defensive they are. And DR Congo is a good team, to be fair. We saw they made that semifinals 8 AFCON, so yeah. So Senegal, man, they gotta improve the goal score there.
Mats brings up a good point. Sudan hasn't actually played Senegal or DR Congo yet, so if they end up losing all those games, then the other wins don't really matter. But
and you know what the sad thing is? Third means nothing, so it's only top 2. So like I could see a situation where Sudan finishes third, but it's meaningless. Yeah. So I hope they can at least qualify for the AFCON. That would be incredible if they can. Yeah. So shout out to Sudan, man. Shout out to Sudan. And a group team. I don't know how to explain this group. This group might be the craziest group.
Okay, what is going on here?
Yeah, Group C, man. Group C might be the craziest qualifying group in Africa, because we got some crazy results here, man. So Benin, they won against Rwanda 1-0. Then Lesotho won 2-0 against Zimbabwe. Nigeria tied at home against South Africa. The Benin beat Nigeria. South Africa defeated Zimbabwe. And the Rwanda defeated Lesotho on the road. So this is crazy, man.
What is the group looking at, right? Oh my God, Nigeria.
This is close.
Oh.
Oh
Now,
my god.
obviously, if Nigeria, after making the final, doesn't even get first or second, that's
Yeah.
unthinkable to me. I can't even think of that scenario.
Oh, that would be embarrassing, man. And I know a lot of people might be surprised I'm saying this, but wasn't a mistake sacking Jose Pacero. Wasn't a mistake.
Yeah, they brought in Nigeria. They brought in Finidi George, thinking that, let's get a homegrown coach, a guy who's played for Nigeria. Hasn't started well. It has not started well. So for these World Cup qualifiers. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I South Africa, man. South Africa for me. Even though they're second in the group, I think they have been the best team in this group. They have been great so far. We saw what they did in the AFCON. They were amazing. Yeah. So for Nigeria, man, is it over, man? Do you think they can still rectify this, or you think it's over?
I think they will. I think there's still plenty of games to go. That's the thing. Listen, Nigeria, you just have to win. How many games do they have left? 1, 2,
6.
Get like 4 or 5 wins, and I think you're on the right track. Obviously, their next game is away to Rwanda. So will Rwanda be still playing as well as they are right now in 9 months' time? I doubt it, but we'll see. I think Nigeria will end up climbing their way back up the standings, but it's not looking good right now. It's not looking good right now.
Yeah, Nigeria have to go into like a winning streak, basically. They have to win, you can't draw or lose any more games. You have to start winning.
Yeah.
And for Nigeria, man, I mean, this is crazy, man. We were talking about India and China, India failing. And Nigeria is one of the most popular. I think they're the most populous country in Africa.
The most people. It's analogous to Africa. Yeah, so Nigeria and Africa. Yeah.
They have to make the World Cup, man, especially with the World Cup spots getting expanded. Missing 2 World Cups in a row would be an embarrassment.
It would. 100%. They need to make it.
Yeah, South Africa, man. Let's see, man. So Rwanda, man, can they do it? Rwanda or Lesotho, man, can they actually do it, man? It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight.
I just, this 9-month gap complicates things so much for me.
Yeah.
Because if they could play every 3 months or 2 months and kind of keep a momentum going, but these guys aren't going to play World Cup qualifying game. They'll do AFCON qualifiers.
Yeah.
But players get injured, people drop in and out of form, so we'll see. But I'm surprised they're first place right now.
Yeah, Rwanda, man. And Rwanda Lesotho qualifies. I might actually have to visit that country.
There'll be parades. There'll be big parades for sure.
That would be insane, man. I just cannot, I cannot grasp this scenario. It just feels too good to be true. It feels too good to be true, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I obviously I wanted to see it happen, but we'll see, man. We'll see. Nigeria, man, you better not miss the World Cup. I'm just putting this out here.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Actually, we'll go through actually, you know what? Let's just go through the comments once we go through all the groups. Because that's kind of taking that way we can go through the groups because I want to wrap this up soon. Because I wanted to watch the USA game soon. So,
what time is it? It's at it's in an hour. Okay.
Yeah, we gotta finish it up soon. And
okay.
As much as I don't really want to, as much as I want to watch that game because we might get spanked. I gotta support my own nation. So,
listen, Brazil ain't the same Brazil. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, okay, let's move to Group D, man. Man. So Cameroon, man. They finally showed up, man. They finally get a big win because I've been critical of this Cameroon team. They've been so underwhelming, but they finally got a big win against Cape Verde. And Cape Verde is a good team. They're no joke.
They were the surprise team of AFCON. They were the surprise team of AFCON. Yeah.
So, yeah, Libya, man, getting the win over Mauritius. Angola getting the win over Eswatini, expected. And then Mauritius, man, Eswatini. Mauritius got the win there at home. Cape Verde getting a crucial win at home against Libya. And Angola, man, getting a draw against Cameroon, man. This will be interesting, man. This will be interesting. So looking at the group standings right here, man. Cameroon, it's tight. It's close. 8 points.
This is This is a group of death. Angola, Cape Verde, Cameroon.
Libya's even in this too. They can compete as well.
That's just a shame. That's the problem. I feel like the African Federation needs way more places in Asia in the World Cups, in my opinion. I think it's a shame that some of these teams will never touch a World Cup because of such limited spots. But
yeah,
I think Heritage will come into play. I think Cameroon will get the automatic berth, but you're looking at
Second.
Libya, Cape Verde, Angola. That's gonna be even Mauritius. That's gonna be a battle. That's gonna be a war for second place because I think you could count out Eswatini, but those 4 teams battling for second place. I like Angola. I think Angola. So Cape Verde, I was high on them before the AFCON. I was telling people watch out for them, but
Yeah, you did say that.
I was also telling people Angola is a hard team to beat. And I said it. And look at this group; they have 0 losses. They have 1 win and 3 draws. So you're looking at a team in Angola who doesn't know how to lose games. You have Cape Verde, who's this attacking, team that they're kind of like. I kind of equated Jordan in Asia Cup to Cape Verde in AFCON. I feel like that's a similar comparison.
Yeah.
So Libya is the surprise team right now in second place, but I think Angola and Cape Verde will slowly come out on top for the battle in second. And then by then we'll know it'll be a battle between those two for that place.
Honestly, between those two, I don't know who to pick. They're both kind of around the same level. I would probably edge with Angola because they're defensively really tough to break down, and they got 0 losses. So, yeah, I would give my slight odds with Angola, but I think Cape Verde can very well do it.
I think the reason I agree is because Angola's style of play,
is very.
They play more defensive and there's less margin for having a bad day than Cape Verde. If Cape Verde show up one day and their attackers aren't on form, you're going to struggle to actually get a win, or you're going to struggle to get a win by not scoring any goals. Angola stays defensively compact. You don't have to have your best days to park the bus. And they have guys like Mabululu in attack to try and get the goals and get them the wins. So it's tough. I think in the end, Cape Verde and Angola will battle for second. I'm not sure if Libya can keep it up, but
yeah,
again, it's 9-month gap. You never know with a 9-month gap. You never know what players.
That's such a long time, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so tough. But the thing that really worries me for Angola is those draws. Those draws are kind of worrying me. It's too many draws. That might hurt them.
They need to win. Like the next game, who's their next game?
Angola's next game is against Libya on the road.
Like, if you could I will put my full faith in Angola. If you could beat Libya away from home, who's second place right now we're talking. If you go there and get a draw, then at some point, being tough to beat doesn't mean anything if you only produce draws. So that would be a huge win. If they could beat Libya, that would be a massive win for them.
Angola versus Cape Verde is also the same month as well, so that's also critical.
So, listen, if Angola gets 2 wins there, you're in strong position. If Cape Verde gets 2 wins, you're in the next year in March is going to be a big 2 games for Cape Verde and Angola, and even Libya. I won't count out Libya, but Libya does play. Who does Libya play away? In those 2 games, they do play Cameroon.
Oh man,
I feel like that might be a loss, but we'll see. But
yeah, Cameroon is just really unpredictable. Honestly, you don't know what you're going to get with Cameroon. Like, I feel like they're either going to win big or actually, we just look at the group. They either win big or just draw.
Yeah.
So yeah. And then for Group C, I think Nigeria will pull through in South Africa. I think Rwanda, Lesotho will fall off, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Senegal, DR Congo, I think will do it. The Group E, this group is Morocco is like strolling through, man. This group's too easy.
Yeah.
So, what much more to say there?
Let me see the standings again for this group.
Yeah, this group is a bit weird because Eritrea withdrew, so it kind of complicates the standings.
Oh yeah, why did they withdraw? Why.
It said I don't know exactly why, but I think it was like something to do with their player. I don't know, honestly. I think they had something. I think their country's in a mess or something. I don't exactly.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, this looks pretty straightforward. Morocco should easily get first in this group.
Yeah, and okay, and I want to ask you guys this question: who is better, El Kabi or Nesiri?
For Morocco?
Yeah.
Ooh, who's better?
Because El Kabi scored a hat trick. I know it's Congo. I know Congo's not that good, but still, El Kabi's just showing up, man.
El Naziri has the big World Cup goal, though. So
yeah,
against Portugal, right? He scored the header against Portugal. So
yeah, that's true. That's true. I remember El Kabi was critical for Olympiacos to win the Conference League. He was amazing. He scored like 11
I think
goals.
probably on form, El Kabi is the better player right now on form. So
yeah.
So
yeah, Moroccans, man. Let me know in the chat, man. Let me know in the chat. Who do you prefer? So yeah, and now for second place, man. Second is tough. Zambia, man. They really messed up, man. How do you lose at home to Tanzania?
That's bad. That's a bad loss. You can't do that. You can't do that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Zambia, man. I mean, I guess the warning signs were there in the AFCON where they didn't even they struggled. And the coach, I heard Zambia's only got one win the last couple of games.
Yeah.
So really, really bad. Zambia probably need to sack their coach. And as for the second place, man, Tanzania, can they actually do it?
It's just a lot of mid for second. Like the other groups have respectable teams trying to go for second place, but this group, not the strongest teams competing for second, to be honest. So
yeah, I would still go with Zambia. Honestly, Zambia should get second, but I wouldn't be surprised because Zambia have been underwhelming. So I guess Tanzania would probably.
Yeah, Zambia has scored. Like, look, they have 7 goals scored so far right now. Or no, 6 goals scored so far. I meant, but and you could see Tanzania and Niger only have 2 goals scored. So Zambia's problems right now is in defense. If they could clean up the defense, then I could see them clawing their way back up and getting the results. But if fix the defense and then we'll talk Zambia. You can't be conceding 7 goals so far already.
Because Zambia team is on paper really talented. It's a talented team, man.
Yeah,
got some good players, man.
Yeah,
so, Zambia, man. Disappointing.
Yeah.
All right, let's move to the next one. Group F. Ivory Coast. I think they're in a good position. They got the win over Gabon. They did draw a 0-0 away to Kenya though, so I think they're still okay. I think
they're okay. It's just it makes that little tricky, but I think they'll be fine. Like the AFCON champions will be at the World Cup. I'm sorry. I'm not going to have an Italy happen. I'm not having another Italy happen. But I am surprised right now with Gabon. I didn't think Gabon would have 9 points at the stage so far.
Yeah.
I think, they're having the defensive issue. They're conceding goals, right? But I didn't think they'd be able to score so many so far.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, people think Gabon is just Aubameyang. This player is amazing. He's amazing for LAFC. Bongaya, he's an amazing player. I mean, so keep an eye on him. It's not just Aubameyang. People just think Gabon is just Aubameyang FC. I mean, Boyanga is also amazing too.
Yeah.
Gambia, man. I'm kind of disappointed with Gambia. Not gonna. Well, actually, let me see. Gambia. Actually, yeah. I guess it is. Gambia. I guess it is a bit kind of small. They lost at home to Burundi the first game.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I think Gabon should get second, right?
I'm going towards that. Also because Aubameyang is leading the team and he had a revival season with Marseille this year. I think he'll be able to lead them to a playoff place, and then we'll see what happens in the playoffs.
Yeah, Gambia, man. I think it's a bit too tough. I think they got to win their games. I think they got to beat Kenya, Ivory Coast away. So, yeah, I think it's a bit too hard. But, yeah, we'll see. I hope Gambia could do it. I like Gambia. But, yeah, I think Gabon is in a better position.
Mm-hmm.
I think the firepower Gabon have is too much to attack. Algeria, man. Ooh, they almost had a catastrophic window. At losing at home to Guinea, but then they rectified things and getting that win against Uganda. And I don't know if you guys saw the second goal. It was almost like a Boateng thing.
yeah. It was like a Boateng, but worse. It was like a B-Tech Boateng Messi situation.
Yeah, for Algeria, man. Algeria, man, I don't know what to make of this team because Algeria, man, they've been going downhill for a while, man. And
they embarrassed me. They embarrassed me in my predictions. I thought they would redeem themselves this last AFCON. They lost all my trust. Yes, they have 3 wins so far, but I just don't even know what to feel about Algeria after the last 2 AFCONs. It's like, it's like a Germany not making 2, getting knocked out of the group stage 2 World Cups in a row. It's like, how am I supposed to feel about this team? I think Mahrez is retired from Algeria, right? He's not playing anymore.
I don't know if he's officially retired. He's not been playing, I don't think.
Yeah, he hasn't been playing. But they have guys like Assem Ouar and those dudes. I don't know if Faguli is still playing. Yeah. I hope not, because if Faguli is still playing, that's an issue for me. But
Yeah. Yeah.
They have Benacer, Awar.
Yeah, Algeria team on paper is good, man. It's a good team.
It's a good team. Like, I just don't understand what happened the last two AFCONs. I just don't get it. There's something wrong when it comes to the big games with this team. So,
yeah. I think with Algeria, I think that when the pressure's on them, maybe they just aren't good at pressure. When the pressure's on them to perform, and maybe they need more younger players to come through. Yeah, because losing at home to Guinea was terrible. Yeah. But Guinea, man. It's so sad for Guinea. Like, okay, you did the unthinkable. You went away to like the group leader and won away. Yeah. And then you lose at home to Mozambique.
It's like, what are you doing?
Like, it almost feels like that win away you got was for nothing.
Exactly. All that work goes to waste, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, man. Mozambique, they got the win over Somalia, as expected. Uganda, Botswana, but yeah, this group is crazy, man. This group is very interesting. The only team that's pretty much out of this is pretty much Somalia, and the less said about the better. The less said about that country, the better.
Yeah, 100%. I think I trust Guinea with because Guinea is a quality team, dude.
Yeah,
come on, Guinea. If you don't even get second place, at least. What's going on? Like, what you need to rethink what's going on at that in that country's federation. Yeah,
it'd be embarrassing, man. It would be embarrassing. Uganda, Guinea, man, they better do it. And imagine Botswana actually do it. That'd be crazy.
That would be insane.
Yeah, Mozambique as well. That'd be crazy. So yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Guinea should do this, but I don't know, man. I mean, this group is too close to claw. This group, logic goes out the window, honestly.
Yeah.
Do you still think Algeria is in a good position? I still think they're fine. I think they'll be fine.
There are 9 points so far. Losing to Guinea at home isn't a good look, even though it's Guinea. Guinea has the quality, but you should. The thing is, I don't like seeing countries lose their home games.
Yeah.
So if they could, win the rest of their home games, I think they're in a good position.
Yeah, I think Algeria will just do it. They have too much quality not to do it.
Yeah.
Group H. This group is crazy, man. Obviously, this group is a bit complicated because of what happened to Equatorial Guinea. What happened to Emo Inouye, it's so sad. Basically, they just found out that he's been ineligible. But my thing is that, why did it take so long? Like, well, after 11 years, what? It just kind of came out of nowhere.
Listen, what happened was they saw he's playing well and Equatorial Guinea are getting better. And then people went in digging for real. And they finally found out that he's been ineligible the whole time.
People probably got jealous.
I guarantee you, if Equatorial Guinea wasn't playing better and they didn't have the AFCON they did, no one would be investigating it. No one would have found out. He would have been still playing. So unfortunate, but that is cheating. So I don't feel bad for them either.
That is true. That's true. You have to,
yeah.
So, actual Guinea. I think it's fair to say they are pretty much. There's pretty much no hope.
No chance. Yeah, no chance. No.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Now, for this one, Tunisia, man, Tunisia is so lucky that this group is so mid. I'm sorry to say, because if they're any other group, I don't know if they would directly qualify.
Dude, Tunisia, I've never felt they were good, but they just made World Cups. They made the last World Cup, right? They made they were in the last World Cup. Which group were they in? I think they were France's group, right?
Yeah, France group.
And they beat France.
To be fair, they did well in that group. I'll give you that, to be fair.
Yeah, didn't they beat France?
Yeah, they beat France.
Which was crazy, but I don't know. I've just never been sold. Even when the results are going for them, I've never been sold on Tunisia. Honestly, all I've ever thought Tunisia was Kazri FC, if I'm being completely honest with you. So, listen, they're on 10 points right now.
They should
3 wins, a draw. So they're on good they're putting themselves in a position again to be top 1 or 2 in this group so far. So you have to respect it, but yeah.
Yeah. As for second, man, Namibia, Liberia, Malawi, it's gonna be tough, man. I think Namibia should do it. I mean, based on what we saw in the AFCON, I mean, they were tough to break down defensively.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that home draw against Liberia is kind of disappointment, man. Yeah. Especially taking the lead in that game, letting them to come back.
Yeah.
It's kind of disappointment. So
Yeah.
I mean, I think you would agree with me though. Like they should get second, right?
I think so. Yeah. Namibia I would favor them over Liberia and Malawi. Yeah.
Yeah. And Equatorial Guinea, man.
Yeah.
They're pretty much screwed. And obviously Southern Principe, they're just there for vibes. So
they're no team. Yeah. No chance.
All right, let's move to the next one. So I think we have one more group.
Ghana.
Wow.
Aye.
Ghana had a good window, to be fair. They made it a lot harder than they should have, though, to be fair.
Yeah. It's just like your team is good, right? But should you be conceding 3 goals to Central African Republic? Like, do you really at home? It's just like they showed that lapse. They showed that ability to just collapse still. And Ghana they can't escape it. They keep showing these moments where, this Ghana team could collapse and bottle at any time. So that's why I'm still not sold on Ghana. Yes, they got 2 wins, but I'm telling you, it's there. It's that the ability to collapse is there. And obviously, Jordan Ayew had a great window, 4 goals over 2 games. So,
yeah. You know, I feel bad for Mo Futsi, man. You scored a hat trick, and it's kind of like for nothing.
Yeah.
So
useless hat trick.
Central African Republic, they did well this window. Then Mali, man. This group is almost like which team could screw up more, Ghana or Mali?
Yeah,
that's what it comes to. That's what it feels like this group.
Yeah. Because Mali, man, a draw to Madagascar away,
and that was a 10-man Madagascar.
That's disgusting behavior, Mali. I don't know. Like this is why I like. This is why sometimes I don't like the African Federation, because I feel like these big teams mess up so many times. They always mess up against these smaller teams, but they could get away with it. And I feel like in the other federations, if you mess up, you can't be forgiven as much. But Mali, in any other federation, if you pull up with results like this, you have no chance at this stage. But there's still plenty of time for Mali to try and get in. I don't know.
Mali, man, disgrace, man.
5 points.
I said this nation was overhyped since the 2021 AFCON. People called me mad. People called me I'm stupid or something like that. And now, I think now people are finally starting to realize. I said Mali's overhyped. Mali's overrated. I don't care what people say. Like, you have that talented team on paper, and you're this underwhelming. It's sad, man. It's sad.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, for second place, man, for Comoros and Madagascar and Central African Republic, can any of honestly, I think these 3 teams could do something.
Comoros. Who has Comoros? So they played Central African Republic. Comoros has played Ghana. They beat Ghana, which was a big win.
They lost to Mozambique.
You shouldn't have Madagascar. That's the thing, bro. Like you're on this, and then how do you just go and lose to Madagascar? I don't get it. African Federation is so confusing.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, this CAF just defies logic. Like you can't use logic to explain this.
Yeah. So I can't put my trust in any of these teams. Honestly, I can't.
Yeah, I just can't. I can't. I'm still gonna say, you know what? I think Mali's gonna not get second. I think they're gonna miss out. I don't think they're getting second. I think they messed up. I think they'll mess up. I think they'll, yeah. And honestly, I think Comoros and Madagascar. I think one of them is gonna finish second. Not both. I would love to see both. Imagine both actually do it. That would be crazy. Ghana and Mali both getting grouped would be crazy.
Oh my gosh, Ghana. That would be embarrassing.
Yes, that would be. Oh.
I could see.
I don't know. Yeah.
Again, it's just that I want to come out and say things, but that 9-month gap, it just keeps coming back to my mind. Like, you just never know what's going to happen in 9 months. So
yeah, that's the thing. You know what? That's the thing, because I would be more confident if we didn't have a 9-month gap.
Yeah.
Because I think the 9-month gap actually favors the bigger teams than the smaller teams. I actually think it screws over the small teams.
Yeah.
So.
Because the smaller teams like Comoros, will they have the same momentum in 9 months?
Yeah, it's really hard.
I would bet that they wouldn't, so yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, man. It's tough. So what's your gut instincts telling you, man? If you had to let's say you had to make a call.
I think Ghana will
I'm
pull
going
through in first.
Yeah, I think I will say Comoros. I'll say Comoros second.
Yeah, I think Ghana first, Madagascar second.
Ooh,
I think
Madagascar.
I think because Madagascar beat Comoros, but that was at home.
True. Yeah, that was at home.
So we'll see, but I'm gonna go Ghana, Madagascar. Go Ghana, Madagascar.
I don't know. This is too tough, man. This is too tough. Too tough to call. Okay, let's go through your guys' comments. I know. Let me just go through comments real quickly. Let me just scroll through. To be fair, it'll be a close match. Egypt have taken a really big step to qualify. I think, honestly, of all the big teams, I think Egypt and Tunisia are the only two teams I'm like really confident to qualify. The rest, I'm like, they should qualify, but I'm not like 100% certain.
Yeah, it's still not certain yet. We're still also very early. There's lots of games left, but yeah.
Yeah, Vlaver says, did I miss anything? Yeah, you just missed that part of the Asia, but don't worry, you can see in the replay. Hassan Hussein has done a decent job. Yeah, Guinea-Bissau are the team to challenge Egypt now. Keem Koto, Bristol Rovers future for Sierra Leone. I don't think any of the second place teams will make it through. Will make playoffs, so they won't have enough points. So it doesn't matter who gets second. Yeah, I mean, I think the Group A, because this is a second place teams currently, the top four potentially. Senegal, DR Congo should be getting top two by the end. I'm sure the Group B team will make the top four for playoffs. Yeah, I mean they should, but you can't. But the thing is, Matt, CAF logic doesn't work with CAF, so don't be surprised.
Yeah,
I am going to continue to say this right now. CAF is the most unpredictable confederation of all confederations.
Yeah. Oh, 100%, 100%.
Yeah, from 2018, 2026, CAF World Cup qualifiers changed 3 times. Yeah, CAF is really confusing. We still live how good we are. Wait, didn't DR Congo Sudan the same AFCON qualifier windows group? I don't actually remember, but you might be right. Sudan hasn't played Senegal or DR Congo. Wait, they will fall away. I think we already read that. Vlahovic. Yeah, Gabon, Sudan, DR Congo, Mauritania. The group was so close, came to the final match day. Yeah, Nigeria can't win. I'm pretty sure Rwanda's going to qualify for the World Cup. Wow. Directly or... Wait, Matt, are you saying directly or playoffs? Because if you say directly, that's correct. Even playoffs, I think, would be crazy. So
Rwanda at a World Cup would be so weird.
Script writers cooking this one. Yeah, script writers. It feels like a script, man. It feels like a Hollywood script or something. Nigerian stormed in the pitch when they lost away goals to Ghana in the playoffs. Imagine what's going to be like this time. Yeah. Dude, I think some Nigerians would destroy their citizenship. Wouldn't want to be from that country. I heard some Nigerians say that. I'm not going to mention names, but some Nigerians did claim to do that. So
yeah,
Nigerians. I expect Africa will draw too many games. Ooh, that's a scary possibility. I kind of with Matt's honestly. That's why I think they might finish second. Nigeria biggest flops in football. Are they the biggest underachievers in international football?
In recent times, they can. I would say so. Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. Benin beating Nigeria is like Wales beating England. Is it really I don't know if it's really comparable. Maybe. South Africa after 40 years, let me give it that Shabalala vibes.
Yeah.
Oh man, Shabalala, low back. Brazil 99, USA 0. Nah, that won't happen. Embro score from Mauritius. Angola, fire. Eswatini left the chat. Angola have scored 2 and conceded 1 in 4 games. Swaziland did leave the chat. Mabalulu striker playing the Egyptian League and won the Golden Boot. Oh, I remember Mabalulu. I remember his celebration. You remember celebration? Yeah. Oh, that was crazy celebration.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember, man. Eritrea were never in the chat in the first place. Haha. Mabalulu too good. Avram grabbed. Needs to be sacked. Lost to Nigeria away. Should have been advanced to knockouts of AFCON. And the friendlies, they only beat Malawi. Also lost to Zimbabwe. Also lost at home to Tanzania. Zambia flopping. Al-Kabi hat-trick. Eritrea withdrew because their players running from the country when they visit another country. Wait, is that really true? If that is, that's messed up. That's stupid. AFC, CAF, unpredictable. AFC was... to be fair, we had some upsets at AFC, but CAF has been more unpredictable than AFC, for sure. It's like dictatorship like North Korea. They didn't want to risk the play escaping into Morocco and Europe. Wow. More cancellation postponements than games played. That's actually crazy. That's actually crazy. I prefer Al Kebab. Oh my god. Also, I'm to a guy that doesn't even have a Wikipedia page. That's actually wild. Shout out to Kenya for getting that draw. Yeah, Rep 80 winning well for the chat. Lol. What a group this is. Algeria only making it to the World Cup as that group. I mean, to be fair, that group. Actually, how would you? Actually, it is a competitive group. To be fair, I wouldn't say it's like it is competitive. To be fair,
Guinea is strong. Mozambique
Guinea
is showing that they can be. So
yeah, and Uganda isn't that bad. To be fair, so now I don't really rate Botswana to be fair like that, but even they're showing up. So I think Tunisia's group is the weakest group. I think this is the weakest group in the qualifiers.
Yeah.
Somalia flopping hard. Mozambique away form has been brilliant. That's true. Algeria up and down in every international window. Box. Lol. Somalia's best chance of getting results at home at Botswana. Asan Yabida. All my Mauritania. Is Madij Bogara still playing for Algeria? I don't know, actually. Is he still playing?
I don't think so.
You better not. Come on, Uganda. Hi, Dingus. With Niue, he played 1 minute for Spain under 21, which made him ineligible. Wait, wow. Literally just 1 minute. Wow, that's crazy. 1 minute.
I hate that rule. I don't like that rule.
That is stupid in my opinion. Like okay, you have to put context. Okay, context is key. I think I predicted Equatorial Guinea to solve this group. Knew it probably got it called up Spain. You're really funny. Spain now calls him up. But I think he's serving a ban though. I think he's serving a ban, so he can't even. I don't think a national team could call him up. Where he's supposed to be from. So he has 80, just like Algeria. Or being called Arab Pan Mbappe because he ran so fast. He got
oh my god.
He goes to Carthage. Zimbabwe should have played for Liberia. Mali overhyped. Yeah, Mali are overhyped. I agree. Comoros, Madagascar, Welcome 26. I'll be there. We will be there. Yeah, I'll be there, man. I'll be there. And I might have to actually visit those countries. That happens. Mali embarrassing. Where's this Madagascar revival coming from? Sam Madagascar didn't call under. Wow. What? Hold on. Mali ain't that big of a team, though. Well, I know they're not a big team, Pookie, but they're overhyped.
They've been getting hyped the last couple of years. Like, people have been saying, oh, watch out for Mali. Watch out for them. But they never do.
They could do something to AFCON. They could qualify for the World Cup. I've been hearing a lot of stuff, man. Iron Brothers still playing low. Actually, that's a good. How are the Iron Brothers still relevant in 2024?
I mean, Jordan Ayew scored 4 goals over 2 games, so he keeps. I don't know how Andre does, but Jordan Ayew keeps proving himself.
Yeah, Jordan is better than Andre.
Yeah,
I'll still say Ghana and Mali, but Comoros would be nice. Morocco should be a certain team to qualify. Yeah, Chad will qualify. Jordan Ayew has earned his place back in the squad, in my opinion. I mean, Rwanda first place, yes. Wow, you mean Rwanda first? Dang, Nigeria's going through a horrible inflation right now. Aren't they always, Mats? Chad will qualify. No, Chad won't. Sorry.
No.
South Africa, one of the best teams in Africa right now. They'll qualify. I think they could go through the playoffs. I'm not sure they could directly qualify. But we'll see. Moej Bungara is the coach in under 21 Euro. All right, man. Let's go to CONCACAF, man. Last confederation. Then we're going to head off, man. Game starting in 22 minutes. We're going to have to make this quick.
Yeah.
Quick.
I saw the lineups. Brazil basically playing full strength.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Brazil. I thought Brazil had mercy, man.
No, they're playing the strongest lineup.
Oh, my God. It might be a destruction.
Yeah.
Destruction might take place. Brazil, just know that USA didn't do anything to you.
For real, we did nothing. We didn't do anything to you guys.
Oh my God. Okay, CONCACAF, man. Let's talk about CONCACAF, man. So CONCACAF, man. So Group A, man. Group A. Obviously, a lot of the games were kind of expected. There's not really a lot of. We're going to be here very briefly, but I just need to talk about CONCACAF real quick. So we got Honduras, Cuba. I mean, is there anything surprising there? Honduras got the win against Cuba. Antigua Barbuda got the draw against Bermuda. And shout out to Cayman Islands, man, because this is one of the biggest upsets, maybe of all time in international football, because this is the first time they ever won a World Cup qualifying game. So that's insane. Insane, man. I think we have to give a massive applause for that. Massive credit.
Yeah.
And Antigua Barbuda, man, very disappointing. Honduras absolutely smashed Bermuda. And then Cuba. It's a shame that Cayman Islands couldn't play because it had some visa issues, I think. So Cuba just got the default win.
Yeah.
And so it's just really dumb. So yeah, I think you would agree with me. Group A is pretty much settled. You think the top two will finish that order, right?
I think so. Yeah, pretty standard.
Yeah, and remember, guys, for some reason, CONCACAF they don't do home and away matches. There's not enough time, so they just do like a Swiss style, which is really, I hate that idea, but it is what it is. So, yeah, I think it's pretty settled. Antigua Barbuda, they're gonna have to basically beat Cuba. Oh my God, it's pretty much really hard for Antigua Barbuda.
Yeah.
So, Group B, man. So Costa Rica, they got the win against St. Kitts and Nevis. They got the win against Grenada, as expected. Trinidad. They did tie it home to Grenada though, which is a bit disappointing. But they didn't come back from 2-0 down though, so maybe we'll give them some slack.
Yeah.
But still, man, you can't be drawing at home to Grenada. You can't.
No. Nope. But I think they're good. I think they're good for a second. I think they're good.
Yeah, I think they're good as well. And the St. Kitts and Nevis. So I mean, looking at the fixtures ahead, Trinidad plays St. Kitts and Nevis. That's going to probably be the decisive game. If Trinidad wins that game, I think they should be good control.
Yeah.
And Costa Rica. So St. Kitts and Nevis, they're going to have to basically. I think they're going to have to. Actually, how many points St. Kitts and Nevis on? Only on 3 points. So maybe if they could get a draw and beat Grenada and hope Costa Rica do them a favor, then potentially. But I think Trinidad's in a golden position. So these games will take place, I think, next year as well. So man, why are all the qualifiers next year, man? That's crazy.
I feel like I think it's a little unfair, but
yeah, it is. We can't do anything about it. Yeah. So I think you would agree with me though. Like this group will finish as it is, right?
Yeah. 100%.
Group C, man. Curacao, they got the 2 wins that they needed, and Haiti, they got the 2 wins, and St. Lucia got the draw against Aruba, and so I think this group is pretty much settled.
Yeah, it's the points distribution is already 6-6, 1-1. 4 games left. Yeah, 4 games left. So
yeah.
I think it's
the group D, man. Nicaragua, they got the 2 wins that they needed against Montserrat and Belize. And the Panama got the 2 wins they needed. I think Guyana defeated Belize. Sorry, Pookie, my Belizean guy, and my Vic Kool-Aid. Come on. Belize can at least get fourth in this group, right?
Maybe. That's I don't know.
I mean, goal difference is almost about the same, to be fair.
It's not looking good.
Yeah, Belize. Let's see. Oh my. Okay, Belize at Panama at home. The Montserrat away. I think it might be Joe over. But yeah, I think Nicaragua and Panama should do this.
Yeah.
All right, Group E, man. Group E. Guatemala, man. Guatemala got the 9-0 win. Guatemala, guys, I think Guatemala could still qualify for the next World Cup. I've been really impressed with them. They are on the rise.
If they score goals like this, if they keep scoring goals like this.
And given some CONCACAF nations have been kind of underwhelming, like we're going to get to one nation later, like at the Jamaica, man. I know Jamaica got 2 wins this window, but why were these games too close? It's so close.
It's not convincing. That's not convincing at all. 1-0 against Dominican Republic, 3-2 to Dominicana, to Dominica.
Bruh.
I don't like that. Will be
playing, and this team will play Club America later. Oh my God!
And you know what's confusing? I thought Jamaica just got like Damari Gray and Antonio into their team. I thought Jamaica would be stronger these days, but not really. I mean, I don't know if these were weaker teams because I haven't looked at the lineups played, but you should do better. You should be doing better. Jamaica should be doing better.
Jamaica, man. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Jamaica don't qualify for the next World Cup, even though they should. They have too much quality. They should make the next World Cup. Yeah.
I think it might be a coaching. I think their coach is who's their coach right now?
I forgot his name. I keep forgetting. It's the Iceland coach at 2018 World Cup.
Yeah.
It's that coach.
Maybe they need to do a change. There's still time.
I feel like for Jamaica, the bigger issues are with the federation. Yeah. Like the players. The players just don't perform. Yeah. I feel like the coach is good. I feel like he's a good coach. I mean, we saw what he did with Iceland in the World Cup.
Yeah.
And the Euros.
He got them to a World Cup and at the Euros, yeah. So, yeah, maybe you're right. Players better start. Like Antonio, where are you at? Where is your performance?
Yeah. In Group F, man. El Salvador, man. Really. Tying at home to Puerto Rico.
Not good. Not good.
El Salvador, man. I wouldn't be surprised they don't make the next round. As much as like they should, they have too much quality. They've been so bad. And I don't know if you guys noticed, this is the first win I think they got in 2 years. El Salvador.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's been a long time since they last won.
Yeah, that's not good. El Salvador, I'm sorry. I don't trust you guys. No.
Oh my god. Yeah, Suriname should do this. Then I don't know. That second place spot's gonna be interesting because look at the game. So El Salvador and Anguilla away, they have to. I think they're gonna have to win that game because Anguilla have a better goal difference.
Mm-hmm.
And then they play Suriname at home. So, and El Salvador, man, they might be the big casualty. Like we see all the favorites make it through. They might be one of the teams to miss out.
Yeah.
So
they still got some big games to play. Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember, guys, I think the 2 nations will qualify to the 3rd round. And then I think from that point, let me just look at the 3rd round real quick. Group winners directly qualify. Then the second place go to a playoffs. So if you had to do like an early like World Cup ones from the second round ones, which one do you think will qualify for the World Cup for CONCACAF? Real quick, then we'll head out.
Oof. Because wait, here's the thing. So Canada, Mexico, and USA are already qualified, right?
Yeah, so 3 more. I think 3 more can qualify directly, and then 1 could qualify through playoffs. So
you're asking which ones I think will qualify from the round 2, or
yeah. Like which ones do you think automatically qualify? For me, I have Costa Rica, Panama. I'm gonna still say Jamaica, but I'm not confident in my Jamaica pick.
From these round 2s, I think Costa Rica. I think Honduras is pretty set.
Yeah.
Nicaragua's pretty set. And I think Curacao and Haiti are both set to qualify.
Remember, only three can directly qualify from these. How many? I think we have like 12 teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, 12 teams. So I think I'm confident Costa Rica. Costa Rica should do it. I think Panama should do it, and Jamaica. So I think those 3 should do it.
I think so too. Yeah.
The Guatemala, Honduras maybe could go through the playoffs.
Yeah.
So
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man, let's go ahead and read some final comments. We're going to head out. 80, let's skip this, please. We have 30 minutes to review CONCACAF. Guest Tobaloco setting plus 8-0 to Puerto Rico. And Gia. Timothy Weah versus Wendell incoming. Oh, man, I'm not looking for that matchup. Honduras. USA did something. They gave Brazil World Cup to win in 1994.
Yeah, so
but
take
you should be happy.
Have mercy.
You should be happy.
Yeah.
Why are you mad?
Yeah.
Guys, I'm just joking around. I'm joking around, guys. Don't take it too seriously. Cayman Islands. And Trinidad, the team to haunt USA, but not in. Oh my god, Trinidad Tobago, man. I still can't believe USA lost to Trinidad 2018.
Embarrassing.
It's still. It's one of the worst L's of USA in their entire history.
I think that's the worst, to not go to the World Cup because of that.
Yeah, you can make argument. Skipper Group DAD. Don't disrespect the Sugar Boys. Sin Kids and Evan's nickname. Yeah, that's their nickname, Sugar Boys. We suck low. Jamaica giving a fight. Imagine Montserrat above you. Could not be me. Gave. Sorry that some of the CONCACAF teams are slowly improving. Jamaica almost did the comeback, but we still get smoked by the teams outside CONCACAF. Jamaica almost did the comeback. Dominican Republic has done at St. Vincent 87-4. Jamaica tends to struggle when they're the favorites. That is true. You know, actually, that's a good point Yosemite brings up. When expectations are high on Jamaica, they typically underperform. But when you have little to no expectations, they typically overperform.
Yeah.
So
they're not, when they have expectations, they're not used to it. And I think they overthink it, and the players get it too much in their heads, and they don't perform.
Dude, imagine Jamaica wins the Copa America. That would be crazy.
No way. There's just no chance. Absolutely no chance.
If that happens, that might be one of the craziest things I've seen in my life.
That would be the most underdog win at an international tournament.
Even better than Greece?
Yeah. Come on, dude. We're talking about Jamaica over Brazil, Argentina. And,
yeah, that is true.
Greece has a history of having some good players in Europeans top flight and everything. So, yeah.
Yeah, and then you could also even argue it might be better than Zambia as well.
I think so. Oh yeah, I think it would be because the thing about a CAF is just so unpredictable. I'm not too surprised, but if Jamaica were to trump Brazil and Argentina for a Copa America title, that would be just unthinkable.
Yeah, then maybe even Iraq as well.
Yeah.
So Tabaka's sad now. I should get Ingil. I see you next year. El Salvador are sus, but they should be fine. I think Panama, Jamaica, Costa Rica qualify auto. Guatemala, Honduras playoff because host confederation gets extra playoff spot. Yeah, that's true. Costa Rica, Panama, and Guatemala. Okay, so you're not thinking Jamaica. Interesting.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised to be fair. Please not Guatemala though. Costa Rica, Panama, Jamaica, Guatemala, and Curacao playoffs, and go dark horse to win 2026 World Cup. Costa Rica, Jamaica, Panama should qualify directly. My country suffered against Trinidad, Honduras in 2002 World Cups qualifiers and USA 2018 World Cup qualifiers. Dang, that's really sad, yes sir. No CONCACAF teams would do a problem to teams in Copa America. Yeah, one CONCACAF team better make it out of the group. I'm just saying, if no CONCACAF teams get out of the group, then CONCACAF's officially finished. It's officially a joke confederation.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I think we did an hour and 50 minutes. So I think we're round up here, man. So if you guys did enjoy today's stream, please run a like and subscribe, and also subscribe to Hokage Puya's channel, guys. He's gonna do an Asia review of all the qualifiers. So he kind of discussed it here with us, but he'll probably do a summary there, I suppose. So yeah, thanks for coming on, man, and it was good, great having you on, man.
All right.
So peace.
All right, see you guys later.
Yeah, we're guys to like and subscribe. How many likes we're on, man? How many likes we're on? We're at 13 likes, man. 13 likes. Can we get up to 15 likes before we round off? And guys, the Jamaica, Brazil, USA, we started soon, so I'm not looking forward to that game. So 14 likes, man. 14 likes. Anyways, I think we're gonna round off here, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy. Please run a like and subscribe. I'll put time in description below for you guys. And yeah, man, I think we're gonna round off, man. Round off. Peace out. Oh, we got 15 likes. Okay, thank you, Vlahovic. Peace, man. Peace.